Hi, and welcome to Advice and Encouragement for Young and Newbie Authors by Sandy Solis. Okay, I'm a prophetic novelist, author of Spirit Wings book series. So today we're talking about documentation for your fictional books, your book series. What I use, of course, I've got 7 books done, so I have a lot of notes and a lot of things to keep track of for the book series. So I'm going to start. First thing is my timeline, which I have on cardstock. For each book in the series, I keep track of the main characters, their ages, and the main events that happen, so I can keep track of what's going on. And it's a quick reference, just very vague. They're at Eagle's Nest in March. Jesse turns 16. And the main events. So this is a quick reference, and I can spread out all of these sheets and keep track and make sure everything is in order. Another thing I have is book chapter outlines. Don't freak out. It's not that big a deal. Each chapter, you just say, okay, where they're at in the year, what type of year it is, the main events. And it's another quick reference. It helps you keep track of everything. So each book, there's a chapter. There's not a few entries for each chapter. What's going on? What happened? And it helps with continuity. It helps so you don't make mistakes. You keep everybody where they're supposed to be, and you don't have them in 2 places at once. That kind of stuff. And I also have a thing on each character. The color of their eyes, their personalities, their ages, what happens to them, the main things. And I also have this for each book, how many pages there are and how many words. And that's a good handy thing to have around. Trust me, you'll want that for different things. So yeah, keep track of your characters, their descriptions. And since I'm a graphic artist, I can create exactly what they look like, and that helps me a lot in the descriptions that I put in the books. And that would be great to get graphic novels done, but that's another story and another plan. So that's some basic things that I use to document and keep track of my fiction book series. And even if you have a single book, it wouldn't hurt to have chapter outlines. Of course, that's a basic. That I don't have a degree. My degree is in computer graphics. But even if whether you're doing one book or several, you need a chapter outline or at least notes on what happens in each chapter for quick reference and just for continuity. And documentation is a good thing. I even have in this little ratchety notebook, I have what fonts I use and what formats I use for different things in the book, so that each book that I write has the same and there's continuity. And it's just really handy to have documentation of simple things. Did my footnotes have a 5 font space, or is there no spacing in my footnotes? All those little things make your book professional, and people can read it and not get hooked up or snagged on irritating things. So it's a good thing to have. And so this is my encouragement to you. Even though you don't have a degree, if you have that storyline, you've got those characters and you want to develop them and you want them to build a world around them, go for it. And don't wait till you've got a degree or you've taken 7 classes. Jump in and just do it and watch it come alive. It'll be very satisfying. And even though it's frustrating, if you stick to it and you push through it, you won't regret it. So this is Sandy Solis, prophetic novelist, author of Spirit Wings book series, saying, let's do this. See you next time.
See description for link to Sandy's books and merch.
Come on. It's Angel's Wings with Praying Hands.